To say you're either going to love this book or you're going to hate it would probably be the best way for me to start off a review of Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. It's about a man named Will Andrews who leaves Harvard, heads west with a desire to explore the wild and go on a great hunt. Pretty quickly after he arrives in Kansas, he starts to interact with some folks there and meets a man named Miller, who is a pretty experienced hunter and a tall talesman about a great herd of buffalo that only he seems to know about, and is willing to take Andrews on this hunt as long as Andrews finances the trip. They head out west, and outside of that initial introduction of the characters and the initial dialogue, the quick pace and constant happenings that you would typically see in a book pretty much cease from there. Once they set out west, this book very quickly becomes an extremely slow-paced, descriptive work of the scenery and their emotions and their thoughts, how these men must be feeling as they trek westward to this great plain where this massive herd of magical buffalo are that Miller talked up to Andrews to get this trip financed. When I said in the beginning of the video that you're either going to love this book or you're going to hate it, if you're somebody that needs something happening all the time to keep you turning the pages, this book is not going to be for you. This book is very slow, probably 30 to 40 pages in. It's just them trekking westward. You're getting these pop in and pops out from each character about how they must feel, what they're thinking, what they're seeing, what the scenery looks like around them, details about the weather. It's very almost kind of like documentary style writing. As the story continues to unfold, it really is painted very beautifully by John Williams. The imagery is so descriptive. For me, it kept me turning the pages. It was something that I found to be really refreshing. I think that vivid imagery writing style is something that I really enjoy, although I felt it was similar to how Lonesome Dove is written, and I soft DNF that at about 150 pages. And maybe it's because Lonesome Dove was 900 pages. I just, didn't feel that overwhelmed with a book like Butcher's Crossing that is a third of that. Essentially, once they get to Colorado, things just go absolutely haywire, sideways, and chaotic. And that is when things do start to happen at a little bit of a quicker pace, but it's a lot of hurry up and wait. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I do think people can get frustrated with that type of writing style and find themselves very bored. If you're somebody that loves a lot of nothing happening and a lot of descriptive writing and vivid imagery being painted for you in the words that are being written by the author, and I think this book would be perfect for you. So I go back to, I think you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I'm curious if you've read it, what your thoughts were, and if you felt the same way about there really being no middle ground for a book like Butcher's Crossing.